Hi, everyone. It's Kariana with Create Your Future. I am a certified law of assumption coach. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm a certified meditation practitioner. So before we dive into this video, which is going to be all about thought transmission, how my client manifested SP to start conforming with thought transmission overnight right after our session, the night after our session, this all SP started conforming like that. Anyways, before we get into that, I just want to remind you guys that we are giving away a free course. It's how to find your blocks fast how to find your blocks and manifest anything fast. And I also have one-on-one coaching available. It's still on sale for a limited time. So if you need help on your journey, I would love to help you manifest anything and everything that you desire. Quick, easy, fast, effortlessly. So reach out and let's get to it. So all the information for the course and for my coaching will be down in the description box below. Also, before I forget, I wanted to remind you guys, right, that I am taking any suggestions. Comment down below if you have any suggestions for meditation or courses, because I'm creating one and I want to get your feedback as our subscribers, our clients, because I love you guys so much. And I want to give you guys content that you'll really feel empowered with and just be inspirational. And you can go back to time and time again with courses and meditations and just feel like, you're immersed in empowering, substance, right? So give me some suggestions on that. And then, and if you guys have any suggestions for my next video for next Tuesday, drop those down below as well. So let's get into this. I think I went over everything. Yeah. Free course, coaching, ideas about next week's video. I would love those because I want to give you guys content that you enjoy. That's very eye-opening for you. And then courses and meditations, because I'm working on a couple. Okay. So my client came to me. We had a session. We were working together, a time or two before. Amazing, powerful client that was manifesting like crazy things in her life. Well, she had a couple SPs that she was, having contact with, and things were working smoothly. And she was, at first she was kind of like, I have a couple SPs and I'm okay with this. I just kind of want to entertain this, get some, get constant communication, get some dates, and just see where things go. Okay. And I said, yeah, well, honey, babe, this is like your reality. So let's do it. Then she came to me and said, well, I'm kind of having a little bit of after we went through our session, and I don't want to get into too much detail because I want to, protect her privacy, but we kind of got in, dove deep into some details in our last session. And she had the realization that, she just solely wanted to focus on this one SP because she had this vision of their proposal and then of their wedding. And she, I think she even wrote, she had the visual about the proposal, and then she actually wrote it out and pasted it somewhere, had it up somewhere, so she could look at it. She's kind of making manifestation, fun for her and fantasy, and I love that. So yeah. So she was like, I've been having this visual of how he would propose to me, how our wedding would go. And I was like, wow. And she's like, I think after the session, I've had this wake up call that I want to solely focus on SPA. We'll call him SPA. And I said, okay, well, let's do it. It's your reality, babe. Let's do it. So she said, so this is what I want from him. I want to solely focus on this. So how do we get there? So I gave her a list of intentions. We just kind of tweaked her intentions a little bit. And she wrote in and she gave me the success story that actually it inspired me to make this video for my Tuesday video. Cause I wanted you guys to realize that, this should be empowering and inspirational and make you realize that you're no different from my client. You can do this overnight. You can use thought transmission for this. So before we dive into that, right, I'm going to explain a little bit, and I don't want to go too deep into it because if you've been in our LOA community, you know about thought transmission. It's been mentioned. But for, newcomers out there, I do want to explain it just a bit. But there's just so many, I'm sure that, there's so many videos on it. It's just, it's basically everyone is you pushed out. So it's very, it's easily accessible. You can find something on it, even Neville's teachings, So, so yeah, really quick, thought transmission. So basically what happens is that you have a thought, right? And it vibrates off the mirror that is in your brain and it gets transmitted out. Hence, that's why it's called thought transmission. And it gets the thought gets transmitted out to whoever you're thinking about. In this, for instance, we're talking about SP. So it gets transferred out to your SP. It got transferred out to my client's SP, right? And they don't get the thought, and say, oh, this is Kariana's thought. It happens so natural, right? And they think it's their own thought. And then they start, we're talking about good thoughts here, because the thing is that good or bad, we're always creating thought transmission. And I cannot drive this home to you guys enough, right? That thought transmission is constantly happening. It's instant. It is instant. So we need to be, aware of our thoughts and our feelings around those thoughts, because when they go out and when they get transmitted out, whoever we're thinking about, whatever we're thinking about receives that, whether it be our SP, our sister, our brother, our boss, they receive that. And then they start thinking, this is my thought about Kariana, right? I'm thinking these good thoughts about her, whatever I've been, thinking about my SP, they're going to think that. So my client, she decided to use thought transmission because she was manifesting in steps, even though she chose to solely focus on this SP. She still wanted to manifest in steps because there were some circumstances that she wasn't letting them hinder her, but there were circumstances around, she wanted to manifest him moving with her because they were in separate cities. And then after he moved with her, obviously marriage proposal, then marriage. So we were manifesting in steps for this SP, right? But the funny thing about it is that she wanted to test thought transmission, and she thought it would be, since she had the visual of the proposal and had this visual in her mind of how their wedding would go, she just started sending that out to SP and solely focused on positive thoughts. And the crazy thing about it, like I said, because thought transmission is always happening, our thoughts are always being overheard and it's instant. He started reflecting that back to her overnight. And they weren't even talking about marriage. This wasn't like even a funny, like jokey, flirty thing. I think marriage was mentioned one time, like months ago in their conversation. And it wasn't even, I don't even think it was pertaining to them. I think they were just talking about like a visa or something or whatever for citizenship. And then it got dropped. Okay. And she literally was able to have her SP reflect back to her, what she was sending out to him. And it happened overnight. It's just amazing. Anyways, I want to read the email. Bear with me because it's long and I want to make sure that I protect her privacy and her SP's privacy, but I want you guys to get the gist of what happened. And I'll give you guys some, because I gave her some, personalized intentions, some customized intentions to go with this. And obviously we had success. So, and I always say with my clients, if you ever coach with me, or if you ever watch my videos, that I don't have to wait for anything. You don't have to wait for anything. Everything should be instant and easy, effortlessly. Should bring it all in, right? So, okay. So let me go over the email. All right. So it says, hi, Kariana. Just a little update since our call yesterday. I've been focusing on SPA solely, using Parrot app a few times a day for intentions and the telephone technique of him moving here. So remember, she was manifesting in steps. I have been reading his proposal from my vision. I think she meant vision board, or her vision on her notes a few times a day. So her intentions that I gave her were, I am always calm and confident. Everything in my life is perfect because I am perfect. Manifesting is so easy for me because everything is so easy for me. I see constant evidence of all of my manifestations in my 3D. SPA always makes me feel chosen, cherished, and respected. I always experience SPA showing up and moving mountains to be next to me. I hear SPA say, I am the only girl in the world for him. I see proof of his love in my reality daily. Because I asked her, I said, you want to see proof, right? She said, yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I said, let's ask for it. Let's ask your subconscious for proof, right? Okay. So she said, last night he messaged me to ask how I am. I said, and said he had been working long days as usual because his wife is expensive. I said, is she? And he seemed confused. And so I thought it was a typo. Then he said, are you not my wife anymore? Question mark. I was in shock, but I held it together and I said, of course. And he said, better. And so I replied, calling him my husband. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I just cannot make it up. Aside from a small joke about marriage for visa. Oh, yep. See, months ago, I remember her saying that. We had never talked about this, and I had no idea why he was suddenly calling me his wife, aside from the fact that I had been reading his proposal. He then went on to tell me I have magical powers, and I said he's under my spell, and he replied saying I make him so excited. Laugh out loud. Let's see. As the end of our convo, I said, at the end of our convo, I said, don't have too many dreams of me. And he said, I'll try not to. I can tell that he is starting to fall for me and that he is conforming. She also started saying that she loves, I love you in French. Because I believe that's his first language. And she said, when I think of him in my head, because as you know, after I started doing that, and saying, I miss you in French, he started telling me he missed me in French and English. So he started saying, I love you, I miss you in French and English. I know this is just the beginning, and he will be living here with me before I can blink. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for our next steps. I know my little French fish is mine, and I'm so happy. So that is just a prime example of exactly what I was talking about. You can literally have this too. Like, you're no different, right? She's super, look at how powerful that thought transmission was. She literally focused on him. She decided, okay, look, this is the guy that I want to be with. I know because I can see our marriage. I can see our proposal. This was what she desired. This was the choice that she made. So I gave her the steps and the guidance and the support to get there. And I said, okay, let's tweak these affirmations. Let's bring them in quick and fast with those. Let's make them not that he's loving me over there, not that he's cherishing me over there, that he is showing me, he's telling me, he's showing up, and he's in the best, most perfect version they can be. And the vision, the writing out the proposal that she saw, that she visualized, and pasting it and reading it and having the visual of their marriage. That all, SP got all of that. He got all of those thoughts, and he thought it was his own. I can't make this stuff up. The email is literally, she's just like, why is he calling? She thought it was a typo. She was shocked, and she's the one that's manifesting him. She literally was like, man, like, because it happened so fast, and there was no prior talk about marriage. No, nothing. And he just started calling her his wife, like, overnight. That's amazing. That is amazing. And so let me extend the story. So then she wrote that in. this was, I don't know, like a week ago or so. And then we had a session, and because she was like, I have to tell you about this. I'm super excited. He is coming to visit me, right? Because one of her affirmations, one of her intentions was that she wants him to move to where she is so he can propose and they can get married and they can have a beautiful life together. Right. So she goes, oh my gosh, like I have to book, she had to book a session with me, she was saying, because she had to tell me about what happened. So they had planned this trip for him to come. And she's like, what is the next step? Right. So what do we do now? And we've been focusing on, he comes in and he's not just on a trip. He's actually coming there to set up, moving. Cause that's, when you're moving and you're moving long distance, you have to go to where the place is, set up everything up. You might be in between back and forth for a while you like settle in and get everything settled with your old job, the old place, and then the new job, the new place. So yeah, so that's what happened. So not only did he come in, calling her his wife, and all of the things that she wanted to hear from him, then it was, I'm planning to visit. I want to be there right by your side. I mean, it's literally what she's been sending out to him. All the thoughts that she's been sending out to him, he has been conforming to those exact thoughts. And because what happens, like I said before, what happens with thought transmission is good or bad, right? They receive that thought, they think it's their own, and they start thinking of you in that light, whatever you're thinking about them. If you're thinking SP is, this, oh my God, SP is this perfect husband, or I am SP's perfect wife, they start thinking about that. They start thinking, oh my gosh, Kariana, like she would make a perfect wife for me. I see her in that light. I see her as my perfect wife. She's my perfect partner. I don't want to lose. She's irreplaceable. I don't want to lose her, So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and just remind you guys that like things can happen overnight, because thought transmission is instant and it's always happening. So things can happen overnight. So let's just be aware of our thoughts, and don't obsess over anything. Don't chase anything. Don't feel like you have to do all these things. Just pay attention to your thoughts, what you're sending out there. Pay attention to your assumptions about that person and how they're going to show up for you. Pay attention to how you feel about yourself and how you think this person views you. That's everyone as you push out. That's thought transmission. So I hope this was informational and inspirational, and I hope that it gave you some clarifying moments. I hope it empowered everybody first and foremost, and made you realize I can have this too. I'm just as powerful as my client. You're just as powerful as my client. You're just as powerful as me. So yes, you guys are all perfect and powerful just the way you are. Have a great Tuesday. Take this with you. Have it be a reminder. If you need help from me, one-on-one coaching, please reach out. I would love, love, love to help you with anything and everything you want to manifest. If I don't have to wait, you don't have to wait. So let's bring it in instantly and effortlessly. Also too, we have our course. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and then yes, if you guys have any suggestions on videos, please leave those down below. I want to give you guys content that you can actually really, really enjoy and use in your manifestation journey. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas about courses or meditations, let me know that too. All right, you guys, until the next video, bye.